Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to discuss a possible new zombies update, a potential returning BR feature, and some stuff players aren't too happy with. So let's get into it. So let's begin the video with some info regarding zombies. A new zombie map or mode, or both, might be coming to COD Mobile at some point this year. A user on Reddit had the following to say: "I believe we need a new zombies map. All that Undead Siege should be replaced with something else, since it does say limited time, but the time never ends, or you got to make a new map." So basically he's asking for anything in relation to new zombies content, and here is what COD Mobile had to say. "Thanks for the suggestions. We do have a lot of interesting new content planned for the rest of 2025, several of which should hopefully fulfill what you're asking for, but we'll have to wait to share until closer to those future releases." So as we can see, they never fully mentioned the word zombies, but they did say hopefully some content that should fulfill what you're asking for, and the user of course was asking about zombies content. So this reply by COD Mobile looks to be hinting at new upcoming zombies content at some point this year. But yeah, right now we have no idea what this potential zombies content might be. Maybe it's an update to Undead Siege, or it might be a new classic zombies map, for example Noctur Untoten, which has been ready for release for years. It even featured in a previous test server, and it had a brief runtime in Garena. It just never came to global, so maybe it might now. Who knows? Or maybe it's none of this and it might be something completely new. I guess only time is going to tell. I'm just happy to hear we might be getting some new zombies content. It's way overdue in my opinion, so I'm very excited to learn more. Anyways, though, something else which also looks to be coming back to the game after many years is BR Night Mode, first seen all the way back in the 2nd anniversary. It was quite a fan favorite feature used to build up the 2nd anniversary in relation to the release of Blackout, but even though it was so popular, it was never brought back to the game again. However, it does look like the devs are considering bringing it back at some point in the future. It would honestly be a fun limited time mode to get every other season to help freshen up the BR experience. Anyways though, in other news, Season 7 of COD Mobile introduced quite a couple big features, but two of them were not received too well by the community. So let's discuss them. The first one is the new loadout system, which on paper sounded like a really neat addition, but in practice it's actually just super frustrating. The addition of 30 new loadout slots is amazing, however it is super easy to create a loadout in the incorrect loadout section, since there is now game mode specific categories, meaning once you hop into a game, your loadout might not be there depending on the game mode you are playing and depending on what category of loadouts you made your loadout. And I have run into the situation quite a few times, as I'm so used to creating my loadouts in the base category, which has led to me having to leave quite a couple of games because the base slot no longer works for game modes like TDM, Frontline, SND, Hardpoint, Domination, and Control. These modes now only use the new game mode specific loadouts, which like I said originally sounded like a great addition, but in practice it's kind of become a headache. Luckily COD Mobile have listened to the feedback from the community and they are going to be tweaking it going forward. According to the CN developers, the loadout update wasn't supposed to release this soon and it was originally planned for October, but then it ended up releasing earlier. So it's kind of understandable that it's kind of frustrating to use in its current form. Now going forward, maybe in the upcoming season or in the next major update, we should receive some tweaks to the loadout system. The new loadout UI is gonna look similar to this, and it looks like we are going to be able to change loadout modes using this new button, which would be a great addition as currently we are locked to the 10 loadouts assigned to the specific game mode we are playing. thing. This should allow you to select a loadout from the base slot or any other slot no matter what game mode you are playing, which would solve the issue of having to leave games to recreate a loadout in a specific loadout category. So overall, this is a good change in my opinion. Either way, the other new addition players aren't too happy with is the Gulog system, and this one actually really surprised me as I thought it was a cool addition, and it also has been one of the highest requested features for many years in relation to BR. So I was quite surprised to see the mostly negative feedback from the community. Solo players seem to like this change as it does give players a second chance, however squad players aren't too happy with the removal of dog tags and requiring to buy back players with money. I have seen a lot of people recommending a dual system which does include the Gulog but also does incorporate dog tags as well, which could be an interesting change if it is done well. But yeah, currently the Gulog update has received a pretty mixed response from the player base. Some love it, some don't mind it, and some absolutely hate it. The devs have seen the feedback and they have made some changes already, such as dog tags and Gulog ticket prices being decreased. They also added an automatic respawn mechanic to the Gulog in case another player does not arrive. Also, to better balance fights, BR classes have been disabled in Gulog combat. And finally, Gulog sniper and marksman loadouts have been removed. And they are also working on adjusting the Gulog footstep audio going forward. So okay, that is some changes in relation to the Gulog, so make sure to give me your thoughts on them down below in the comment section, and I would also love to hear your guys' opinions on the Gulog in general, so please share them down below in the comment section. Anyways, though, in other news for our final topic of the day, the Operation Variant final reward is now available for Team Atlas. It's based on the AN94 from Modern Warfare 2019, featuring a slanted magazine and a custom iron sight. The base ASM-10 definitely has a better sight though, but it's still an interesting skin to add to your collection. So now to finish off the video, on screen is going to be some more gameplay of the brand new free ASM-10. So enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.